Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Lancer Park, where we have an afternoon game today between a really tough Salem team and our own Lancers after an excellent win against Pinkerton earlier this week, so to speak, because it was last Friday night. I'm here with Jerry Galesian, with Eric Heenan. Correct? That's the way you pronounce it?
That's correct.
Eric's going to start us off this afternoon with a couple of announcements that I'm sure will interest you, and so I'll turn it over to Eric right now. Eric?
Thanks, Jerry. Good afternoon. Welcome to Lancer Park, everyone. You'll notice when we start the broadcast, when the team comes out, that the Lancers are wearing white today, and the reason for that is it is a whiteout for the Military Service Day. Fans are encouraged to wear white, and their Lancers are wearing white to support those that have served and are currently serving in our armed forces. Gridiron Club collecting donations for the American Legion Post 27. Go to the Lancer Gridiron Club Facebook page or go to LondonderryLancerFootball.com. You can make your donation virtually. So thank you to all those who have served and those currently serving now.
Absolutely.
And that's why the Lancers will be in white today. So what are your thoughts on today's game?
Well, I think, first of all, again, we're fortunate. We have a beautiful day, nice sunshine with few clouds in the sky. Field looks great. I think it should be a very competitive game. We don't know that much about Salem. We know they destroyed Elvern last week. And so, as usual, they're up there with the top echelons of teams. So I look for a hard-hitting game. That's the one thing that stands out to me. Salem hits hard, always do, and always give us some serious competition.
Yeah, new look for Salem this year. They have a new head coach. Steve Abraham is their new head coach, so a couple new wrinkles with the offense. They put up big numbers last week, so it's going to be interesting. Obviously, Londonderry with a very stout defense, so when you have a great offensive team playing a great defensive team, it's always an interesting chess match.
That's exactly what it is, a chess match. The coaches really come in handy in a game like this and making determinations and changes. You'll probably see quite a few changes at halftime in a game like this after each one of them sees how the other team plays the game. As per the virus and everything, we have a certain amount of people in the stands that were given tickets, and they're the only ones allowed in. Visitors are not allowed in at all, but that's traditional throughout the whole league this year.
Right, so it's basically every kid that's dressed gets 2 tickets, and that's the way it works. And the band, since they're so huge, they have a raffle for their parents, so only X amount of their parents get to come to the games, and everyone tries to space out as much as they can.
Right.
It's the world we live in now.
Flags coming out along with the captains to throw the coin. I'm going to turn it over to Eric now, and as we get onward and active in the next few minutes.
So we have Jake Nahr out there, Eric Raza speaking to the official right now, Robbie Durhack, and Johnny McKinnon out there today as captain as well. He's a senior linebacker and running back. So see, last week the Lancers won the toss and they elected to defer to the second half, so we'll see what they do today. And if you can, down in our end zones today, we have flags for all the branches of the military. So those came out. We got the red, white, and blue bunting for Military Service Day today. So special day here. It's obviously better when there's a huge crowd and everyone's wearing white and they sell the T-shirts at school, but, you know, doing what we can today. So here's the flip of the coin. And let's see what's going to happen. The ref says they have deferred.
Londonderry won the toss. They defer to Salem.
So Salem's going to get the ball first, and we're going to see that chess match.
Right. If I may interrupt 1 second,
Sure.
Eric, I think whether you're a Trump fan or not has nothing to do with it. We all hope our president comes out of this with the virus healthy and strong.
Yeah, a lot of
no
people.
animosity here on either end. We just want what's best for our country.
Absolutely, a lot of people coming down with the virus, and could be that second wave that everyone talked about. But right now, all is well, all systems go, and we're actually gonna play some football. So now Kevin Smith, our PA announcer, he's reading the announcement about the Military Day today.
For those that serve and are currently serving in the armed forces. This year, the Gridiron Club will
We'll let him take it away here.
Virtually for the American Legion Post 27 in Londonderry. Please visit the Lancer Gridiron Club page on Facebook or visit LondonderryLancerFootball.com to make a donation today. The fundraiser will run throughout the 2020 season. Please consider donating, as no amount is too small and every dollar helps support those who have fought to protect our country. At this time, we would ask all those in attendance that have served our country to please rise and be recognized.
I think it was our country, yes, it was, ladies and gentlemen. Yes.
Big hand for Jerry up here in the booth as well.
Yeah.
We thank you very much for your service. And now would ask that everyone please rise.
And now here comes the
in
band
honor
with
of
the
America,
national anthem.
for the playing of today's national anthem by the world-renowned Londonderry Lansar High School Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Serge Bolio.
All right, Eric, it's time to play some football. Eric, it looks to me that Londonderry followed its requirement of leaving about 12 or 13 behind again today.
Yeah, and they have their dots back on the sidelines
Yeah.
again so they can socially distance as much as they can. And looks like Salem doesn't have a huge roster over there either,
No, I
unlike
think-
last week, you know.
I think there's like 50-something to play, about 58 players thereabouts that they have over there when I counted earlier today. But
So Londonderry is going to be kicking off to start the game. Going to
Right.
see that defense, the Lancer defense, and see the new look Salem offense. Interesting. They have no one back deep.
Well, there's
Getting set to kick off is number
that is a
11.
new type offense, even on the kickoff.
So they have 5 players across the 50-yard line,
Right.
and then they have 6 players across the 30-yard line, but no one back deeper than the 30. So we'll see if Jimmy decides to kick away or...
I drop it right into it's a live ball.
Right.
Once again, unless it doesn't go in the end zone, it gets by them. It's a live ball. Now they're dropping 2 people back now.
There they go. So Zach Fawcett will do the kicking once again.
Ryan Elder is back there, and I'll see if I can find the other person for you. What a beautiful day. The ball is in the air.
And there's a kickoff by Fawcett, and it's going to be
Elder.
down at the 20-yard line, picked up there, and it's a big return
big
now.
Open
Big
by
opening.
Elder.
And Ryan Allard
Number 9,
Allen
Ryan
brings it out to the
Allen.
44-yard line. So a nice return for that for the Blue Devils, and we're underway.
He followed his blockers on that. He said he didn't try to just burst through. He followed his blockers, found some openings, and got some great yardage.
43-yard line.
Coaches never like to see that on special
Not on
teams.
special
They just
teams.
don't. So we're going to start out with Salem with the ball. 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Quarterbacking is Caleb Bates.
Bates is the quarterback. We've got McDonald
Pitch.
going in motion. McDonald has the ball. He cuts it up the field, and it's the 46, 47-yard line. So about a 3 or 4 yard gain on first down.
On the play.
Nice little sweep to the right side.
Cornerback Lucas Seaman in on the tackle there. Senior. And we've got a illegal procedure penalty here against Salem.
No coach likes to see that either right at the beginning,
No.
especially when you got a decent gain on the play.
So apparently we had an illegal shift or a couple people in motion, but they move him back 5 yards, and it'll be 1st down and 15 now.
Due to the penalty, 1st down and
Just getting
15
going
for
here, ladies and
Salem.
gentlemen. Just getting going. It should be a fine game to watch.
So Milo's is split out to the left-hand side, and Bates calling out the signals. We've got it, McDonald in motion again. They fake it to him. It's a counter play, and tripped up after a short gain is number 24.
And number 6 was Intel Bowles. Riley Bowles was in on a tackle.
That was 23 with the carry, but he's not on the roster, so I don't know what he's doing.
The secret weapon,
I guess. So gain of a couple, second down, 12 yards to go. Just underway here, 11 minutes remaining in the first quarter, with the Londonderry Lancers taking on the Salem Blue Devils. So Bates leads them back up. And this time he's got McDonald in the backfield, and there's a fake handoff. He's going to throw. He's got a man downfield. Seaman's on the coverage, and the pass is incomplete, intended for Peter Bealey.
Eric, if he threw a decent pass, he had him open. He had him open for a big gain. The safety was going over there, but the fact of the matter is the pass was off.
So now it's 3rd and long, and it looks like another passing situation here for Salem.
Right.
So your cornerbacks are Aiden O'Loughlin and Lucas Seaman. We've got Eric Raza playing deep safety. Riley Bowles is your strong safety for the Lancers. Bates once again under center. Takes a snap, and it's going to be an end around to McDonald. McDonald's got some room. Seaman comes up and makes the stick. Great tackle by number 3, Lucas Seaman, and it looks like Salem's going to have to punt.
All right, first set of downs. Salem started off a little tough with the penalty right off, which put them behind the 8 ball at 1st and 15, so they had to make up a lot of yardage and couldn't do it, so first punt of the game. For Salem, it looks like number 81 is the punter, which is Michael Bolton.
So Booten will be punting the ball, and Raza's back deep for the Lancers. Left-footed kicker gets it away. It's a spiral, and Raza's going to field it at the 15 up to the 20-yard line. Tries to cut back in, but he's forced out at the 20. That was Mustafa pushing him out of bounds, and now we have the Lancers 1st and 10.
We're under 10 in the first quarter. No score.
No score. First time with the ball for the Lancers. Dylan McEachern back at quarterback. Great game last week. Over 200 yards rushing. Let's see if he can pick up where he left off last week.
I'd be curious if they use the same, you say to yourself, well, they may just use the same offense they used in the first game because it's so successful, but that offense depended a lot on our quarterback, and I'm wondering if they're going to come out with the same philosophy.
We've got an official timeout on the field. Not sure what that's for.
Yes.
Oh, there's something on the field.
We have a referee timeout.
So, yeah, they had 260 some odd yards rushing
Right.
last year, and over 210 were by the quarterback. So we'll see if they spread it out today. Raza goes in motion. And here's a pitch to Raza. He's got an opening on the outside. Raza turns up 30, 35, 40 to the 45, to the 50, cuts back inside, and he's down at the Salem 44-yard line. Great run by Eric Raza.
I guess Salem was looking for the same thing, a keeper by the quarterback, and went for it.
So, yeah, McEachern faked like he was going to keep it, and then a quick pitch to the outside.
Beautiful pitch. Timing was perfect on that pitch.
And Eric Raza with a big gain.
Good speed.
And now they're saying he stepped out just prior to the 50-yard line. Still a great gain and a first down for the Lancers. McEachern in the pistol, takes a snap. This time he's going to go up the middle. It's
right up to him.
Hayden Austin, and Austin breaks free, and Austin moves all the way down inside the 30 to the 26-yard line.
Nice run. Big holes there, big holes.
So last week there was really not a lot of room up the middle, but today that one was wide open. So another first down.
No huddle. Come right out. No
Lancers
huddle.
picking up the pace. We've got McEachern once again with another handoff up the middle. Not a lot of room there for Austin this time. He's brought down by number 52, Noah Poulin.
Brought down in the play by number 52, Noah Poulin.
Kevin Smith backs me up on that.
Hayden's about 5'8", 160 pounds. He's obviously a running back and also plays some linebacker. He's a junior.
So McEachern gets him up to the line again. Raza split out to the right. Azadorian split out to the left-hand side. We've got Austin behind McEachern. There's a snap, and it looks like it's going to be Will Reyes running the ball. Not a lot of room for him either, and he's brought down by Tanner Morgano. It'll bring up third down now for the Lancers.
Will is a senior. This is last year. I'm sure he wants to make well, he's a champion, too, being on last year's team, of course.
Led the team in tackles last year,
Absolutely.
middle linebacker. He won the Hammer Award at the banquet last year. And great middle linebacker, getting his chance on offense this year. They were loaded on offense last year, so We've got him split now in the slot to the left with Azadorian far left. McEachern takes it. He's going to throw. Azadorian fell down, and now McEachern just has to go forward just for a couple of yards. And it's going to bring up 4th down, but unfortunately, Azadorian on the left-hand side, he fell down coming out of his route.
Yeah, ironically, too, Will Ray's broke open down in the left corner by himself, but the quarterback didn't quite see him.
So now they're in that territory where they're going to go for it on 4th down. Too long for a field goal, too close to punt it away.
It's early in the game, too.
So 4th down, we'll call it 7 yards to go. Reyes goes in motion once again, and someone jumped. It looked like Salem might have jumped, and that'll make it 4th and 2 instead of 4th and 7.
A lot of difference there.
Big difference.
Discipline.
They did jump off sides.
Against Salem, that's a 5-yard penalty.
So now 4th and short for the Lancers, and we can see if they can punch this and keep this drive going.
Well, it opens up their options of what they have to do in this play where, with 4th and 7, it kind of limited them. This way they're wide open for a gain. There will be 2 yards or more.
So they break the huddle, and McEachern leads his team up towards the line of scrimmage. Austin set behind him. We've got Raza split out to the left, Azadorian to the right. Reyes is on the wing on the right-hand side. Raza goes in motion. McEachern pitches once again. Raza cuts to the inside. He's got the 1st down, and he's down at the 15-yard line of the Blue Devils.
McEachern's timing on the pitch has been excellent on both plays. The earlier one to the left and this one here.
We see here, Jerry, they're really keying on McEachern. They had to figure they were going to do that this week, and that pitch is great. One move, 1st down.
Ball is on the Salem 15.
So now it's 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line of the Blue Devils, and we've got McEachern takes the snap. This time it's going to be Austin up the middle. Austin fighting forward, gets around the 10-yard line, still churning his feet before he's finally brought down. So a nice pickup of 4 or 5 on 1st down.
A lot of energy there, a lot of energy. Hayden Austin, another nice run. Has had most of the action this afternoon on the ground.
Ball is on the 10-yard line.
So it's more Austin and Raza this week than it was last week, and picking up big chunks here in the first quarter. 6.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. No score yet. McEachern, he looks over the defense. He takes a snap. This time he's going to keep it himself. He goes up the middle. He's tackled inside the 10. Not enough for a 1st down, but it's going to be 3rd and short.
3rd and 3, maybe 3rd and 3.
Stop by number 4, Jacob Brady.
Salem defense tightens.
Gain of 2 on the play.
So 3rd down, 3 yards to go. Azadorian split left. Raza split to the right-hand side. McEachern hands to Austin. Austin,
drops
the ball's on the ground.
It looks
during
like
the exchange, did Salem get it?
Londonderry ball.
So Londonderry has it now. It's going to be 4th down and about 5. Do they bring in Zach Fawcett now and try that field goal?
Coaches, it's early in the game. He may not go that route. No.
Looks like he's going to go for it. 4th down and 5 yards to go.
4th down and 5.
So now it's Ramshaw split to the right-hand side. Azadorian split to the left-hand side. McEachern looks over the defense. Tried to get him to jump again. Looks like Salem did not fall for that this time. Maybe they're going to run the clock down, but they run a play. McEachern trying to get to the outside. He's trying to turn that corner to the 10 and to the 5. And he breaks free, and it looks like he is in. Touchdown.
Is he in? Right to the end zone. Great run by McEachern, breaking tackles.
So Dylan McEachern scores on 4th down and 5 yards to go. He gets a 10-yard run for the touchdown, and 6-0 for the Lancers. And now we see Zach Fawcett in to attempt that extra point.
Eric, all on the ground. Did this all on the ground.
All on the ground. Aiden Washington with the hold. There's a snap. Ball is down. Kick is up. Kick is good. And with 5:23 left in the first quarter, it's Lancers 7, Blue Devils nothing.
Lancers started it off when they went on offense with a couple of big runs, by one in particular by Austin, and continued down the field with good gains. And in 2 4th down situations, they decided to go for it, and were successful with both, the second one being a touchdown to the left side.
One of the things that they wanted to do today in terms of the Lancers was to show that it wasn't a one-man show. Try to get some other guys
involved.
Well, that's
why I was saying
absolutely.
Earlier,
that's a great point.
I would think Salem was going to key on our quarterback because of what happened last week. And he was certainly the offensive weapon, the main offensive weapon we had last week. So.
And that's coaching right there, because Jimmy had to know that they were going to key on McEachern called for a couple of those pitches, and those were wide open. So that's great start there for the Lancers, scoring their first drive. And now Fawcett to kick off once again. They're going to try to tighten up this kick coverage. Big return last time. Fawcett on the ground. It's rolling. It's off
touched.
David Jakes.
It's
It picked
ball.
up in the backfield, and now it's at the 40 to the 45. And we've got a tackle on the play by number 10, Drew Heenan.
Heenan on tackle.
Tackled on the play by number 12.
He gets to have dinner tonight. I'll allow it.
First down and 10 Blue Devils.
Is he a new player, Coach? Is he
He's
a
a
new
sophomore
player?
this year. He was on the
Soph-
freshman team last year.
Okay.
So
Yeah, okay. I was just curious, being nosy.
no, he was a Wildcat for 7 years before coming up to high school.
Number 11 is in there for quarterback now, from what I can see here, and that's
Yeah, it's a pitch to the
Mustafa.
Mustafa pitches to the outside. And we've got flags down on the play.
Ooh.
So it's either a hold or a face mask or
I was thinking it was a face mask too, but we'll see.
Jake Narr. Flag thrown on the play.
and Salem pointing at Londonderry. So
And
Londonderry clapping like it's against. So it's a hold.
against Salem.
Hold against Salem.
The initial call is holding against Salem.
So the first series we had
Offside. I mean, the illegal pursuit, whatever it was, they had a 5-yard penalty anyhow. So, and now we have the second series they start with even a bigger penalty to start. Puts themselves in a hole right off. Because they've had in both cases, Eric, great field position, 45-yard
So
line.
it'll be first down and
thereabouts.
20.
so first and well, I think it's from the spot of the foul. So let's call it first and 17. It looks like. So the first series they had Caleb Bates, a junior, in a quarterback, and now it's Noah Mustafa, also a junior quarterback. So
Inside handoff.
looks like they ran a little counter play there, and nothing doing. Jake Narr in on the tackle, as well as Hayden Fielder.
On the run was number 15, Aiden McDonald, brought down the play by number 35, Robbie Durhack.
Durhack with the initial
Oh,
hit,
nice
and then it
tackle.
just
On the play, second down and 18.
Durhack filled that hole from his linebacker spot.
Durhack stands 6'1". He is a senior, so this is his big year.
So now second down, 18 yards to go, and Salem can't be happy with always being behind the 8 ball and behind the chains. So now Mustafa once again with McDonald in motion, fakes it, he's going to throw. He has no one to throw to, he's going to be hit in the backfield. He still bounced off a couple of tackles before finally being brought down. Ian Ward with the initial hit.
I'll tell you, tough kid.
Number 11, Noah Mustafa.
So Mustafa bounced off a couple. They had a couple chances for a sack there.
They bring him down, yeah.
They had him in the backfield.
He just was,
He snuck
real
away a
tuck
couple
about it.
times.
2 on the play brings up third
Tough
down
too.
and 16.
So third and 16 now. Under 4 minutes to go. First quarter. Lancers 7. Blue Devils nothing. O'Loughlin.
I think I'd put pressure on him, Coach, if, kind of maybe send 1 or 2 of the linebackers in to blitz in.
Sure.
Force him to throw it away. Right now, they're in a little disarray. Maybe we can get an interception or something.
Passing situation. One man split out to the right-hand side. They send McDonald in motion, and looks like we've got
be called maybe for offside encroachment.
Looked like a couple people on the Salem side jumped
Before
before the
That's
snap.
It's
Dead
definitely
ball.
moved. Definitely
Nope,
moved.
it was us.
Yeah.
Good eye, Jerry.
Offsides called against the Lancers.
So now we go to third, and let's call it 11.
It's a 5-yard penalty brings up third down and 11.
Changes things a little bit. O'Loughlin, as I was going to say, is cornerback on the right-hand side here, and Siemens on the left. Raza is the deep safety. And a timeout on the field called by Salem
Timeout Salem.
with 3:17 left in the first quarter.
2 remaining for the half.
Good first quarter for the Lancers so far. With very few exceptions, the Lancers haven't thrown a pass yet, and Salem has attempted one and thrown one. The only one was a bomb that was mistossed, if there's such a word. So far, so good. Long ways to go.
Long ways to go. And Salem last week, from watching their game, I saw some of the replays and highlights, and they try to get outside a lot. They have some speed. They have some smaller, quick guys, and they're trying to get outside. So far, the Lancers haven't let them get that corner.
When they take on the Bedford Bulldogs. The game's at 7 o'clock p.m.
So there's Kevin Smith talking about next week's game. He's ahead of himself right now. He's getting ahead of himself. But it is Bedford next week, and it will be on Friday night again under the lights.
7 p.m. as always.
So now another timeout.
We still don't know, Eric, if we're going to end up playing Wyndham or not, do we? We really don't have a definite on that, one way or the other.
As far as I know, they're still on the schedule. So we'll see what happens with their season. I mean, it's, as we found out with the Patriots, it's a day-to-day thing for this whole season.
Right. There we go.
And here's your third down play. Third down, 11 yards to go. Mustafa directing traffic, sends Ludwig in motion, split to the far left-hand side. Another man goes in motion. And they're going to roll out.
Pass.
Mustafa's got it. He tries
He
to
overthrows
over the
him,
middle.
and the ball's almost intercepted. Wow.
Tipped off the hands of Michael Booton.
He had
Aiden O'Loughlin almost picked it off.
He had him open. It's just he overthrew him. Too high.
So it was a tight end who ran a drag route across the field. He was open.
Oh, yeah, wide open.
Just a high pass. Tipped off his fingertips. But they're going to be forced to punt once again.
Number 81's the punter for Salem, the Blue Devils.
So Booton with his left foot kicks it, blocked. It's blocked. Colby Ramshaw got a hand on it. Riley Bowles picks it up. Bowles around the corner. Bowles to the 20. Bowles tackled to the 15-yard line. Colby Ramshaw with the block. Riley Bowles scooped it up.
Nice play by Ramshaw, boy. We'll see if we can replay that one. See what?
Yeah,
Yep,
Ramshaw.
right there. Yep.
It bounced right up into Riley Bowles' arm.
Saving tackle by their kicker.
The Salem 16-yard line.
That was Bolton on the save. Bolton on the tackle that saved a touchdown. Lance is in good position. What's that, Eric, around the 15-yard line?
About the 15-yard line. So Ramshaw, 6'3", 200 pounds. Let's get those hands up. And that's why we have the block. Raza split to the right. Azadorian to the left. McEachern takes a snap. It's Austin up the middle. Austin gets to about the 10-yard line, so a nice gain on first down.
Looks to me like Coach seen something on the film that makes him feel that he can go off tackle or off guard continuously and be successful. They haven't been able to really stop it yet. A couple of times for a couple of yards only, but overall.
Dan Gear's that left guard, and Dan Gear with a great kick-out block on that play. So McEachern takes a snap. This time he's going to keep it. He cuts inside, and again at about the 5-yard line, so not a big gain
Milos on a tackle, number 2.
Brought down on the play by number 2, Jack Milos.
Milos.
It's good for a Lancer.
So they did pick up the first down, and now it's first and goal.
All right, Milos is a senior.
So the Lancers look to take a commanding lead here. 2:15 left to go, still in the first quarter. And the Lancers knocking on the door with first and goal at the 5-yard line.
2 minutes left, first quarter.
McEachern with the snap. It's Austin up the middle, and nothing doing there. He's tackled right at the line of scrimmage.
On the run is number 12, Hayden
So a nice
Austin.
tackle there by number 52, Noah Poulin.
No gain on the play.
All this
Second
on the
down,
ground.
goal.
Whole first quarter, the Lancer offense has been on the ground.
No passes yet.
Not yet.
Clock running, 1:44 left in the first quarter. McEachern, he's got Austin behind him. Raza and Reyes on the wings. Once again, it's Austin trying to squeak up the middle, and nothing there again. And now we've got third and goal from the 5.
12, Hayden Austin.
Looked like it was the same call as the play before.
Like you said, Jerry, I think Coach might have seen something up the middle and thought, we can work that. Let's see if they try to go outside here on third down. McEachern with the snap. It's a fake, and now it's Raza going around the end. He tries to cut inside. He's wrapped up. He does not make it to the end zone. He's brought down about the 2 or 1 yard line.
Right, looks like it close to the 2. Looks like it's going to be fourth, and I assume they're going to go for it, Coach.
You'd have to think that they're going to go for it as they did last time.
Brings up 4th down and goal from the 3-yard line.
All right, Kevin says the 3.
So left hash mark, the call is in. We've got McEachern with Austin behind him. Raza split to the right, Azadorian to the left, Reyes going in motion from left to right. And now we've got a timeout on the field. Looks like the Lancers want to talk it over.
Timeout.
So a critical
Timeout, Lancers.
4th and goal from the
Their
3-yard
first
line
timeout. They have 2
coming up with
remaining.
37 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Jim doing a great job as always. He's got that energy himself as a coach that translates to his players, and they really have confidence in him, and it shows consistently. Even from his first year, where he had a successful first year and we got in the playoffs.
Well, the thing is, he's built a program here now. I mean, it's
Absolutely.
top to bottom. The freshmen won 58-12 or something on Thursday.
When's the last time the freshman lost?
It's been years.
It's been a
actually.
long
It's been
time.
years. And
Yeah.
that's the thing, is one of the refs, I guess, coming off the field said, you guys have a factory going on right now. And you really do. I mean, it's top to
Oh,
bottom.
feeder system's great. Feeder system's great. Sawyer used to have that when he was coach, all the way in his philosophy and his way of playing had the factor, the feeder system too. That was fantastic.
Well, as a coach of the Wildcats, Jimmy, when he first got the job, he came down to our practices. And he asked, he kind of taught us his offense. Now it's a dumbed down basic version of the offense
Right,
that you're running
right.
with 9, 10-year-old kids. But they have an idea of what's going on before they even get to the high school.
Which helps so much and saves so much time.
4th and goal from the 3-yard line. We're back at play. McEachern takes a snap. He's going to keep it, and that
they
did not
smelled
work.
that one
Oh,
out.
no, wait.
Oh, no, it's 4th down. They didn't make it.
They did not make it into the
No,
end zone.
no.
So
Good stand by Salem. Got to give him credit. They
So I
take
think
over.
Austin kept it.
Yeah, I thought that Austin shot. I didn't think McEachern went around with it. Did they show the replay?
he got tackled. McEachern got tackled whether he had the ball or not, but it looked like Austin kept it up the middle.
Ironically, both of them got tackled.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Yeah, both of them did get tackled. So a big stand for Salem.
Yeah.
That one could have put some serious distance between you and the Blue Devils, but they made the stop. And now we've got another whistle. Let's see what we're going to discuss here. Nope, we're going to run it. We've got 3 seconds left.
Okay.
I don't
We
know.
actually
I don't
don't
even
know
know if we're
what's
going to get the
going on.
playoff. Oh, they played. The clock does not start because it's a. Like
flag.
Londonderry might have jumped.
I didn't see any flags, though.
No flag.
Eric, nope, didn't see no flags. That should end the first quarter.
So McDonald had that carry, and he's tackled by Will Reyes.
Might
And
have got a
that's-
yard, maybe 2 at the most. Like Kevin said, 3.
10 seconds left here in the quarter. Salem doesn't look like they're going to be running a play here. So we're going to come to the end of the first quarter with the Lancers 7 and the Blue Devils nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the first quarter.
So you'd have to say a good first quarter, Jerry, right? You'd have to say good, not great.
Good solid first quarter by the Lancers. Nothing in particular surprised us what we've seen so far. Maybe the Lancers have kept it on the ground the whole first quarter, not one passing play. Maybe that surprised us a little bit, but they didn't really need to for the most part. Even though with the 4th down and 3, 2.5 or whatever at the goal line situation, they didn't even consider passing. It didn't look like they had a play called of a handoff to Austin, and that was it. But Salem has shown really, I don't believe they have a first down in the game, Eric. I think they started both attempts when they had the ball with penalties and never were able to recover from it in either case. So far so good. Basically complete control by the Lancers in the first quarter.
If I'm Salem, I probably feel pretty good about being
Did it-
down. You had a kick
Yes,
blocked.
yeah,
You
right.
had them inside the 10-yard
And
line.
you held them at the goal
You
line.
held them at the goal line. You could be down by a lot,
Oh,
and you're only down
absolutely.
7-0, and you have the
Absolutely.
ball. So
I think it would behoove Salem probably themselves to keep it on the ground and keep ball control if they can deep into their own territory and give their defense a little bit of a rest.
Salem wanted to go. They had to wait for the chain gang. And now we are ready to start the second quarter. It's 2nd down and 7, and Bates back in at quarterback now.
Yeah, they brought him back in, yeah.
So Bates this time with an inside handoff.
And nice tackle. Looks like big number 4.
On the run was number 23, Dante Fernandez.
Raised on the tackle.
All right, so now they're saying Dante Fernandez is number 23, not number 20. I was confused as to who
that's
that
where
was.
it comes out. Okay.
He's listed as number 20. He's wearing number
Right,
23.
got the 20 right.
For Salem.
So Will Reyes with another tackle.
Yep,
added
good
to his
tackle.
tally.
Actually, he had a lot of running room, it looked like to me, if Reyes didn't make that tackle.
Third
It's an
and a
ankle
long
tackle.
2.
Again, I expect they'll keep it on the ground. Don't want to take a chance of losing the ball down here.
There goes Fernandez in motion
And
again,
it's
but
a
they're going to hand it
handoff,
up the middle,
and he's got
and it's first down.
Yeah.
And that's Jacob Brady, the fullback.
Jacob Brady tackled on the play by number 4.
That was their
Will
first
Reyes.
down of the game with
And it's good.
11 minutes left in the second quarter.
So now the Blue Devils, out of the shadow of their end zone, have a little room to operate. Down 7-0, 11 minutes left here in the first half.
Like you said, it could have been a blowout in the first quarter.
Bates back under center. Fernandez goes in motion. They're going to
The
pitch it
pitch.
to him on the outside. He's trying to get around the corner. O'Loughlin over there comes up, tries to make the tackle. Colby Ramshaw is the one who got him by the ankle.
On the
And
run
Reyes
number
was over there,
23,
too.
Dante Fernandez.
But a good
Tackled on
gain
the
of,
play by
let's
number
call it
73.
6,
Got about
7 yards on first down.
Yeah. Well, they even get a better spot.
Gain of 8 on the play, second down and 2 from the 24.
So Salem started this drive at their own 3-yard line, and now they're out to their own 23-yard line.
Best drive of the game, obviously, for Salem so far.
And it keeps the Lancers offense off the field. So once again, Bates coming up under center. He's got Brady behind him in the backfield at the fullback position. There goes Fernandez in motion once again. It's an inside handoff,
That's
and not a
going
lot
nowhere.
going on there.
That brings up third down, Coach.
Number 4, Jacob Brady.
And Riley Bowles came in to make that
Making
stick.
the tackle was number 52, Dan Gear.
Dan Gear made the initial hit on the D-line. Riley Bowles came in and cleaned it up.
Dan's a
No
senior.
gain on the play, third down and 2.
3rd and 2. I don't know why the clock is stopped. It was a running play.
Yeah, it should be
Clock
going.
should be running. Handoff,
Right up
this
the
one
middle.
goes.
He's got it, that and more.
And he's still on his feet. Fernandez still running. He's out to the 45 to the 50-yard line before he's finally brought down. Aiden O'Loughlin with the tackle with Robbie Durhack, but that's enough for a Blue Devil first down.
Tackled on the play. by
Actually, in
number
that whole
35,
sequence,
Robbie
only
Durham.
2 seconds went by. Total of 2
And
seconds
number
from
1,
10:05 to 10:03.
Right. That's a pretty quick.
That's a hell of a play, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
On their own 48-yard line.
Again, I don't know why the clock is stopping. on
Out of
running
bounds.
plays.
I think it said he was out of bounds over there.
Here's a
I
quick
believe.
flip to
Oh,
McDonald now. He tries to go on the short side. He gains a few before he's knocked out of bounds at the Lancer 46-yard line.
Aiden
They're
McDonald.
working the left side right now.
Making the tackle for the Lancers was number 4, Will Reyes.
Ray's got a bunch of tackles already, or has been around him almost every play or most plays.
He's a heck of a linebacker. Now the clock running, 9:37 to go in the second quarter. 7-0. Your Lancers are up on top, but Salem with a great drive right now. They started at their own 3. They're at the Londonderry 47 right now, so 50 yards of real estate they've picked up, and they're trying to keep it going here on 2nd down and 5. Bates with Fernandez in motion. He fakes it to
There's
him.
a
He's going to
pass.
throw. He's throwing, trying
He's
for
got a
Booten.
great arm. It's got
And
it
it's
overthrew him.
overthrown. Lucas Seaman with the coverage. Incomplete, brings up 3rd down and 5.
Little comment on Ray's. He not only is in on most plays or around the ball, he didn't play any defense at all, if I recall, last year. He was just an offensive player.
No, he was only defensive
Excuse
player.
me, he was just a defensive player.
Right,
last-
he did not
played
play
no
offense last year.
So he was exclusive defensive last year.
Yeah, this year he's playing wing back, some tight end.
Right, several positions on the offense. Quick handoff.
And there's a
to
handoff up the
number
middle,
4.
and McDonald is met immediately
ball
and
is-
brought down, and that's going to bring up 4th down. And that is Colby Ramshaw coming up from the bottom of that pile. So
Wow,
Ramshaw
nice job,
making
Tom.
an impact so far
So
today.
far, he's had a couple of big tackles.
McDonald was stopped by the Lancer front line on the play.
Dan Gear was in there on that play, too.
And I can say one other thing about Will Reyes, if I may. He's really good friends with my older son, who's a senior, and he's a great kid to boot. So that's,
That's nice
it's
to
great
hear.
that he's a great football
That's-
player, but he's the nicest kid you'll ever talk to.
Wow. They have 4th down here. They're going for it. Just
They
over
are
the
going
line.
for it. It's a reverse. It's
Double
gonna be
reverse.
Fernandez.
He's in big trouble.
And
Big
they're not
trouble.
going to get it, so the Lancers get the stop on 4th down. Reyes again, Durhak in on the tackle.
I got to ask you, you got 4th and 5. You're on the Lancer 47 roughly. It's only the beginning of the second quarter. Why do you go for it?
I cannot tell you that.
I mean, I'm glad they did. I'm glad we stopped them, but I don't quite understand why they went for it. And to boot, they try a tricky play, which is very difficult. If it works, it's always great, but if it doesn't, it usually gets you nowhere.
Well, it looked like the Lancers were ready for that counter
right,
play. I mean,
right.
it's,
They had maybe on film or wherever they had seen it. Obviously, they were waiting on it.
So now the Lancers take over just shy of midfield. McEachern is calling out the signals, takes a snap. It's a fake. He's going to throw, fires it downfield. Raza's there, and the pass is incomplete. They wanted a flag, but no flag thrown. There was some contact.
Oh, yeah. Raza, I believe, was hit as he come across the field. But no call. They must send.
Let's take a look at it on replay. There's the pass is up, and yeah, he did get bumped.
Yeah. First pass by the Lancers, by the way, folks.
So now we've got Ramshaw split far out to the left-hand side. And Reyes is in the slot. McEachern's going to keep this one, makes the first man miss, runs into his own man, and he's brought down after a short gain. And so he did make that first man miss, but then he ran into one of his linemen.
Right, he's outrunning his lineman.
Hayden Fielder, who it's hard to miss him at 6'5" and 260.
3rd down and 6 from the Salem 48.
3rd and 6, just over midfield here for the Lancers. Ramshaw once again split out far to the left-hand side.
Ramshaw's a good-sized target at 6'3".
3rd down and 6 yards to go, and they're going to take it to the outside. There's a pitch. Reyes has it. He picks up a couple yards, still on his feet, brought down just shy of the 45-yard line. 4th down, and let's call it a long 3 or a short 4, but the Lancers have a decision to make.
Right. Well, they're in my opinion, they're in a similar situation where I would kick it out myself. I would have kicked it out if I was Salem. Fortunately, to Salem's credit, they were able to hold the Lancers from going anywhere once they had great field position. Coaches decided to kick it out here.
So Zach Fawcett, who handles all the kicking duties for the Lancers.
Fawcett's amazing. What a career he's had to this point. I mean, being a senior, this is his last year, but nevertheless, he's had a great career. Shows he's got some real talent and can kick a decent-sized field goal.
There's a snap. There's the kick. It's high. And a fair catch called for and made by Fernandez at the 12-yard line. Dante Fernandez, the junior running back for Salem. So
this is quickly coming down to a defensive game at this point.
Certainly is. It looked like, about midway through the quarter after that block kick that the Lancers were going to open things up. They got stopped inside the 5-yard line on 4th down, and it's just been a seesaw back and forth since that point. So let's see if they stick with Bates or if they went. No, they went back to.
Yeah,
they went back to Mustafa.
Yeah.
So Mustafa
and
in a quarterback.
To 23.
Fernandez again.
Fernandez spinning.
Twisting and turning and picking up a couple.
Twisting and spinning.
On the run is number 23, Dante Fernandez.
This reminds me a little bit of, what was it, the 3rd quarter when we played Pinkerton, where nobody actually scored in the 3rd quarter. Back and forth they went on the field.
It's like they already made their halftime adjustments. And we're still 6.5 minutes until halftime here.
Looks like they're changing quarterbacks again. Yeah, 11's in there.
That's Mustafa.
23's Fernandez is coming out.
So it looks like they're alternating series between Bates and Mustafa.
That's what it boils down to.
Split out to the left-hand side, Peter Bealey, number 5. Brady, the fullback in the backfield. They pitch this time to McDonald. He's trying to get up the left-hand side, and he's brought down close to the 20-yard line, 19-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down now, and let's call it 3.
Another big 3rd down coming up.
So Durhak's over there. O'Loughlin trying to fight off a block. He's in on the tackle as well. So let's call it 3rd and 3. 6 minutes remaining here in the first half. With your score, Lancers 7, Blue Devils nothing.
Apparently he must have been out of bounds. The clock has stopped again.
Ryan Allard split out to the right-hand side this time. Mustafa takes a snap, and it's going to be an end around McDonald once again. Seaman's out on an island. Seaman takes the tackle. Lucas Seaman with the shoestring
Saving
tackle.
Lucas Seaman.
Maybe the biggest tackle of the game at this point.
You can see him here. He's out on that island. He dives, grabs the ankle, and takes him down. And that's another kid. He's been coming to my house since 8th grade. I love him.
Have
He's
you
a
been giving him
fantastic
pizza
kid.
or anything? He's coming to your house? You buying pizza?
I might buy him pizza tonight after that tackle. I'll tell you that.
High snap.
And there's
Nice
the
kick,
kick.
though.
Raza once again with the return. Takes it at the 47. Backtracks, spins away from one, spins away from another, and he gets to the 48-yard line before he's brought down.
Punt return is number 24, Eric Raza.
Great field position for the Lancers. Opportunity galore here, but like we said, it's been going back and forth for the whole 7 minutes that's gone by in the second quarter.
So adding to it today for Lucas Seaman, his mom, graduate of Salem High.
Ah,
His
interesting.
dad
fact.
is a former Lancer, but his mom from Salem.
Uh-huh.
So big game for Lucas.
It's like
today.
somebody's a Red Sox fan and somebody's a Yankee fan
Exactly.
in the same family, which a great principal of Londonderry High School, Mr. Parent, his kids are Red Sox fans and he's a big Yankee fan.
I know. Oh, I know.
I'm sure you do. He doesn't hide that at all.
No.
Oh,
Hayden
nice
Austin
break.
spins off one,
Austin, a
spins
nice
off
run.
two, and a nice run up the middle.
Might have got about 9 yards on that, didn't he?
It's about 8.
Hey, give him 8, yeah.
So the Lancers going back to the no huddle. They're trying to speed things up. Under 5 minutes to go here in the first half, and your score, Lancers 7, and the Blue Devils nothing. McEachern's got Ramshaw split wide out to the left-hand side. Austin behind him. Reyes goes in motion. And McEachern keeps it, falls forward. He's going to be close to the first down, but short, so 3rd down and 1. So not that running room for McEachern that we saw last week.
No, not even close. Not even close, Eric.
I mean, if
Well,
I were
that's expected.
if I were the defensive coordinator, that's what I'd be doing
You'd
too,
have
trying to shut that down.
You got to consider him basically a running back. It's one of the many running backs.
Austin
First down.
has the first down inside the 40-yard line. New set of downs for the Lancers. 4:13 remaining here in the first half.
No huddle.
No huddle once again. McEachern with Raza in motion. Gives it to Raza. Raza
Nice
cuts
block
up the
up
seam.
front.
Jumps outside at the 35 to the 30. He's got enough for another Lancer first down.
Great block down at the corner. I hope if we have a replay in there, you'll be able to see that.
And it's good for a Lancer.
Right there.
First down.
Great job by Reyes, I believe it was.
Yeah,
Oh,
Reyes
yeah,
and Ramshaw down there
Yeah.
blocking downfield. Under 4 minutes to play. 3:56 remaining, first half. The Lancers 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. McEachern's going to keep it. Once again, not a lot of room there for him. He does fall forward to the 25. We'll give him 3 on the play. 2nd and 7.
Looks to me is the Salem up front, the front four, let's call it, a little bit tougher than Pinkerton was last week, and that's cut the yardage down for our quarterback. That's for sure.
And it looks like they have a linebacker working as a kind of a spy.
Right.
You stay with the quarterback no matter what.
Well, yeah.
So McEachern now with 2nd down, 7 yards to go with a quick pitch to Austin. Austin trying to put his foot down and plant and move to the inside. He gains a couple. Be 3rd down now for the Lancers.
3rd and 4.
Jacob Brady.
Jacob Brady makes the play.
Both teams have 2 timeouts left right now.
And McEachern holding his right arm comes out of the game. Senior quarterback Aiden O'Loughlin is going into the game right now. So we'll have to wait and see what is going on with Dylan McEachern. Looks like he's grabbing his neck.
Yeah, he's kind of rubbing his neck. He's not looking for any assistance from anybody, but he's a little bit stiff apparently. Oh, he might have got bruised up there.
O'Loughlin now, he's going to keep it, trying to go up the middle, and he's going to be close to a first down.
It's either 4th and 1 or they made it, I guess.
Number 1, Aiden O'Loughlin.
I can't see it.
4th down now coming up.
4th down. They're wasting no time, Eric.
O'Loughlin, they snap it right to Austin, direct
Yeah, he's
snap,
got it.
and he's going to be very close, first down.
Number 12, Hayden Austin.
So Are they going to mark that? Are they measuring it? It was. Looks like it's
a
enough for a first down to me.
Clearly like a first down. Unless they remarked it.
They're going to mark. They're going to measure it.
And we have an official timeout on the field for measurement.
So they are going to measure it. Chain gang, it's your big time to shine. Jeff Bowles and Chris McPhail on the chain gang today with Doug Austin and Mike Pedrick. Let's see if they get it right. Come on, McPhail. They stretch it out. First down.
He's got it by half a big first down, being that this is the drive of the second quarter. This will probably take up most of the second quarter. 2 minutes, a little more than 2 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Put some points on the board now would be very critical, very significant.
So 2 minutes left here, second quarter. Aiden O'Loughlin in at quarterback. It looks like McEachern still grabbing and rubbing the neck. You don't want to take those kinds of chances. Here come the trainers talking to him now. But O'Loughlin in at center, and he's going to throw. He's dropped back. He fires one down the field. Raza's down there, and it's knocked down.
Nice defensive play.
Very good defensive play. That's Bealey.
Yes. Nice defensive play.
Broken up by number
Peter
5,
Bealey.
Peter Bealey.
So not heditating with the new quarterback in there. Let him throw.
The interesting thing here to me, Eric, is that we are in Fawcett's field goal distance. We found that out from last week. It'd be a tough one, but if the ball doesn't move at all.
Oh, my chair just broke. My chair just broke.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we need new equipment up here. If that doesn't prove it, nothing does.
Wow.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm okay.
McEachern's injury. You want to go next to him?
Yeah, I need the trainers up here, I think. Wow. Yeah. That thing broke. I mean, I know I put on a couple, but not that much. Chair just snapped right now.
Third down and 5.
Wow. Okay.
He's into the game, folks, let me tell you.
1:23 left here in the first half. O'Loughlin at quarterback takes a snap, rolls out to the right-hand side. He's going to throw. He's got Ramshaw over there. Ramshaw, and they say his knee was down. I don't think it was, but they say his knee was down. Let's see. I guess his knee, his right knee was on the ground.
Fourth and about a half a yard, it looks like, Eric.
Fourth and a half a yard.
They have certainly the option of, okay, they're just.
And now Drew Heenan going into quarterback.
Yes, I was about to say, who we got coming in now? It's I believe he's a stranger to me. Who could that possibly be?
And we have an official
timeout on the field as they measure once again. And
okay. Well, this is great.
All right.
I hope he has the opportunity.
There's a lot going on right now. My chair broke. My kid's in the game. Right. I don't know what to do.
Now, if his son stays in there and they get that first down or score a touchdown or whatever, he's got to buy double pizzas.
Yeah. And they're about half a yard short.
And your son can pick out what kind of pizza he wants, and you can't say a thing about it.
Like I ever do. Like I ever can. So now we have 1:11 left in the first half. Fourth down. Less than a yard to go. And, yeah, this is the debut for number 10 at quarterback.
Love it.
No pressure. Fourth down.
You sure you want to broadcast this?
It's
yours.
Wow. Okay.
So he try to draw him off bounds. Timeout. Something.
Timeout.
And that's probably the end of it. His coach does not look happy, so.
1 remaining for the half.
He's like, just snap it. 1:03 remaining first half. Fourth down, less than a yard to go.
That leaves Londonderry, I believe, with one timeout left. All right. Significant play coming up, obviously. Not only in this fourth down situation, but the fact of the game, too. All right.
And they're going to kick the field goal.
Yeah. Wow, changes decision.
Fourth and short, and they're going to kick the field goal. And
the debut of a certain young man. We'll have to wait for another time, I guess. He got as close as you could get to come in.
And McEachern is loosening back up on the sidelines. So
Eric, have we got anybody? Do we have a fake on? In other words, can we fake it?
They can.
Field goal. Do we have a play? You know
Aiden
the
Washington is another quarterback, and he's the holder. But it looks like they're going to kick it, and the kick is up. And it looks like the kick is good.
Thought it was wide. Good. Like I said earlier, from that area that they can certainly depend on him. He's having a great season, and he's had a great year. It was kind of critical we got something out of it.
Well, just like last week, they got that field goal before
Right.
halftime,
Made
and
the
then
difference.
now you're up 2 scores.
Right.
And we get the
Second
ball in the
half,
second half,
right.
so it's that double dip that they talk about with Coach Belichick.
Who? Coach Bell? Who's he?
Yeah, he coaches one of the
Does
bigger
he do
teams.
the high school teams?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Defer it and then get it in the second half. So
Ironically, they're not playing tomorrow. The game is canceled because of the virus. Cam's got the virus, or he's tested positive in several of the KC players too. So, folks, if you plan on watching that game tomorrow, make other plans.
all right, I have to calm down now. There was a lot. There was a lot
There's
in
a
that series
Chairs
that
going
went on.
down, bodies flying all over
My
the place.
kid runs out
Sun
on the
goes
field.
out,
Like,
goes,
I don't know what's going on.
just has to call one more number, and he would have been in the play.
I mean, I'd snap that chair.
Yeah.
I have to bring that home for the fire tonight. Fawcett with the kickoff, and it's
nice
picked off
grab.
right out of midair.
Kickoff.
And a nice return.
Yeah.
Return by number 10, Mateo Mustafa.
Mateo Mustafa, Noah Mustafa's brother,
He's the
apparently.
brother. He looked really good in that grab. Should have been a receiver looking at that grab.
So now it's at the 44-yard line, and Salem has 52 seconds left here in the first half. They have 2 timeouts left.
44.
Mateo is only a sophomore. Running back, offensive lineman. Another whistle. Don't know why. Changing footballs for whatever the reason?
I think Salem, when they took the ball out, it was Londonderry's
Oh,
kicking
ball.
ball, and I don't know. It's a football.
Stop the game for
Used to
that.
be you just had a football.
Oh,
And
they're
it's
trying to
Fernandez
reverse.
going around the outside again. He's got a lane. O'Loughlin trying to chase him down. He gets by him. Still on his feet. Raza now trying to wrap him up, and he's slippery. He's down to the 35-yard line, so great run by Fernandez.
Now, was that the play in which didn't work on 4th down a while back when they tried the handoff going around that side?
Same play, but they ran the counter, I think, more to the inside. This one went more to the
Okay, 'cause
outside.
as the famous saying goes, that's the way it's supposed to work, so to speak.
That's what it's supposed to look like,
Yes,
right?
right.
That's how they drew it up.
Right.
So
All right,
now
that
it's-
puts them in decent shape as far as field goes.
So now Bates back in at quarterback. Bealey split to the right-hand side. McDonald going in motion. They were going to pitch to him. They did not, and now Bates keeps it, and that was probably a poor decision, at least for his health. Big hit there.
Yeah, and that's a big play because it runs the clock on a situation where there's 24 seconds left and Salem's used the timeout, means they got 1 left also.
You had Fielder, you had Ward, you had Reyes all coming down on him, and Bates is kind of gingerly walking off to the side, but they took their second timeout. They have 1 left with 24 seconds left.
Keckman's still on the sidelines on the offense, and why I bring that up is if it was anything serious, they would have brought him in all the way. They would have taken him in already. But he's just standing next to coach and discussing certain things. So I feel confident that they can use him if they need him. But they may not. Second half, if we got a 10-0 lead, they may hold him off. Then maybe number 10 will have an opportunity.
Yeah,
in the
well,
second half.
I don't want it to come because of an injury. Put it
No,
that way. You know,
it's not. I know.
McEachern was fantastic last week, and
Sure was.
it's his senior year. You know, you hate to see anybody get banged
right.
up. He's got time, plenty of time. 24 seconds left here in the
Time
first
is on
half.
his side, as they say.
10-0 is your score. The Lancers out on top. So you got to think, if they have the pass plays, they're going to take a crack downfield. This time they've got Ryan Allard split out to the right-hand side. Here's the snap, and they're going to throw. And there's the
There's the
pass.
bomb.
It's up, and Fernandez is there, and it's out of bounds. Seaman once again on the coverage.
Pass was incomplete on the play intended for number 23, Dante Fernandez.
18 seconds
18
now.
seconds left,
Coverage on the play by
and they
number
got
3,
third
Lucas
down.
Seaman. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
I think that push could have been a little too soon, to be honest with you. They didn't call it, so.
I think he got it just as it went over his head.
think so?
It
I
looked
thought
like a
she
looked like a
agrees with me.
decent play. Well, that's
Thank you.
mom. That's mom.
Oh, let's. Fingers crossed.
She says it was great coverage. So now it's 3rd down, 9 yards to go with 18 seconds left in the first half. 10-0 Lancers is the score. Bates is under center. He's got McDonald split wide to the left-hand side. Brady behind him. Fernandez goes in motion. They fake the pitch. Now they do pitch it to Fernandez. He's going to throw it.
They're gonna pass,
and it's incomplete,
dropped.
and the flag is down. We've got flags on the field. Halfback pass.
The pass from number 23, Dante Fernandez, is incomplete.
I have no idea what the call is.
Might have been a late hit on roughing. Let's watch it again here. Let's
see if we can spot anything.
He throws the ball, and then the flag came in there. So it's either holding on them or a late hit on us.
What we got for time? 11 seconds.
11 seconds, 4th down.
Or less the penalties against us. Long
Refs having a
discussion,
powwow,
huh?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Probably talking about where they're going to eat dinner tonight.
yeah. Maybe taking a lunch break here
Yeah,
at halftime. I
yeah.
don't know. No flag on the play.
no
They pick
flag.
it up. So result of the play was an incomplete pass. It's 4th down and 9 for Salem. I mean, do you just punt it away here? Do you try to go for it? Who knows?
I go for try a quick out for first down. Make sure you got first down area. And if it's not open, I throw it away rather than take a chance it could be intercepted. If it's open, hopefully you can save a few seconds off the clock with it.
So you got to kind of back off of them here if you're the
Right.
Lancers. And
Keep it in front of you.
you don't want a interference penalty. Milo's split way to the right-hand side. We've got Bates under center. Once again, Fernandez in motion. Here's the throw. Milo's throwing deep. Seaman's there on the coverage. It's incomplete. Seaman knocks it down at the last second on a jump ball.
That's it. Good job breaking that up.
Lucas Seaman breaks it up once again, and now it's 1st and 10 for the Lancers.
4 seconds left. I would say to just take a knee on this, obviously, because we get the kickoff in the second half, and we got a 10-0 lead.
And it is O'Loughlin in there to take the snap. 4 seconds left. And there it is. They take a knee. So that's the end of the first half with the Lancers up on top of the Blue Devils by a score of 10-0. Good competitive first half.
Great first half. Londonderry, for the most part, controlled the first half. We will see you at the beginning of the second half. Thank you.
And Alexis Calagandes. The color guard section leaders are Morgan Dow and Emily Nowak. The drumline section leaders are Alex Grusho and Dylan Solano. The band is directed by Serge Bolio and Joe Mundy. The visual and music staff for the 2020 season is Greg McKenzie and Brendan Seven. The percussion staff includes Gary Gosselin, Keith Vale, and Zach Licata, Matt Beavis, Keegan Fountain, Nick Marsden, Nick Demers, and Brian Murphy. The color guard is instructed by Paula Vale, Jennifer Horn, and Tori Coyle. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome once again to the field your Londonderry Lancer High School Marching Band. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for your Londonderry Lancer High School Marching Band.
are back for the second half of the Lancer game against Salem Blue Devils. Lancers are up 10-0. Totally controlled the first half. I'll turn it over to Eric now and he'll give you a little bit of information. Eric?
So yeah, we're going to start the second half. The Lancers will get the ball. They deferred in the first half, so they will get the ball. It's going to be interesting to see what they do at quarterback. Looks like O'Loughlin is ready to go, and I don't see McEachern on the sidelines. I don't see him in uniform, so it could be precautionary. Oh, there he is.
He's here.
He's there on the sidelines. Okay. But he's walking around gingerly. He's getting some pats on the back, and looks like O'Loughlin is getting ready to take some snaps here in the second half.
Right, looks like to me that they're precautionary. Keep him out unless they absolutely have to use him.
Exactly.
Otherwise, he wouldn't still be in uniform and out here ready to go. But I think Coach, if he has control of this game, won't take a chance with him, and I wouldn't either.
So the two teams loosening up, getting ready for the second half. Looks like Salem's ready to go. And they'll be kicking off from left to right from their own 40-yard line. And Raza and sophomore Andrew Coleman going back to receive the kick. And Andrew Coleman can flat out fly.
I'd love to see him get the ball.
In the summer workouts at Power Camp, they always had the timed whatever, time 10s, times 20s. And he was always right there near the top. So he can flat out fly. He's back there along with Raza. First time with Salem's kicked off today.
Right. Being they have 0 points too, that's up. Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Yep.
So Jacob Brady.
Here we go.
Will kick.
Brady puts his hand up to check everybody's right.
And there's the kick. It looks like Raza's going to get this one, and Raza is going to start out at the 15 to the 20-yard line, kicks it to the outside, cuts it back inside, now back to the outside to the 30-yard line. He's finally brought down there, so some fancy moves, but Eric Raza brings it out, and the Lancers will start at the 30-yard line. And it is going to be O'Loughlin to start the second half.
We've checked the Eric, the chair you have now has been scientifically gone over to make sure it won't break.
I mean, you would think that I was, 340, 350, but no, I'm a regular guy,
just
right?
a regular guy. Well, that was just a regular chair.
It was. So O'Loughlin now is the quarterback, and Austin behind him. Weinman goes in motion. O'Loughlin keeps it, and he's brought down for a loss. It's going to be second down now, and let's call it 12 yards to go.
Even with our new quarterback in there, looks like they're coming out on a no huddle.
So O'Loughlin getting the call from Coach Lozon. Trots back in as a Dorian split to the right. Raza is to the left. We've got Weinman now on the wing. There's a snap. O'Loughlin's going to throw. Fires one. And Ramshaw had it and then got knocked down in a big stick right there by number 42, Damian Giganti.
Good name for him on that one. That was a gigantic hit.
That was a good stick there. And now third and long for the Lancers.
No way to come out. A lot of things happen when you have to put your backup quarterback in unexpectedly.
So O'Loughlin now takes a snap on third down, rolls to the right. He's going to throw. He's got a man out there. It's incomplete. Was intended for Azadorian. And it's fourth down now, and it looks like the Lancers are going to punt it away.
So the advantage they set up to be able to get the kickoff in the second half really did not pay off for them here early on in the third quarter. I find it interesting, too, Eric, that 2 out of the 3 plays were pass plays with O'Loughlin in there.
If you pass on first down and it's incomplete, then you have a long way to go. You're kind of fighting behind the chains. So Fawcett is in to kick once again, and he gets it off. This one's end over end. It's going to land about the 45-yard line. Fernandez takes it. Bowles has him wrapped up, and Bowles drops him at the Londonderry 47. So Durhack and Bowles with the tackle with 11 minutes left, and the Blue Devils are in business.
Yes, they're in good field position. You got a good start to the second half, and it's up to the Lancers to hold them back.
Blue Devils.
This is something that you see the difference already. You see the style that we came out with in the second half. And I'm sure it's trying to suit what Aiden's abilities are.
So they're going to start out once again with Bates as the quarterback. Fernandez goes in motion. He gets the pitch. He almost dropped it. He does pick it up and turns the corner and gains a yard or two, but that was dicey.
Number 23, Dante Fernandez, tackled on the play by number 1, Aiden O'Loughlin.
So Dante Fernandez, he runs the ball hard. Every time he gets it.
Speed, too. That one, he saved the day on that one by being able to hold on to that ball.
So O'Loughlin was in on that tackle as well. And now we've got second down, and let's call it 8 yards to go. 10:29, and the clock is ticking here in the third quarter.
It's a gorgeous, gorgeous day.
Beautiful day. Bates is under center. He sends McDonald in motion. He fakes the handoff. Brady's going to get it up the middle, and Brady is going to be met and dropped by the 2 linebackers.
Ray's in there on that tackle.
Reyes is in.
The tackle for Londonderry was number 35.
And Durhack. So your 2 linebackers with the big stick there on the counter. The counter has really not worked today for Salem.
Brings up third down and 6.
Third and let's call it
a senior.
6 or 7.
Ray's is a senior. Both good gentlemen are seniors who made that tackle.
So they split Allard out now to the right-hand side. Seaman is out covering him. Fernandez is in the backfield. And it's going to be McDonald coming on the outside route again, and he's going to be tripped up and tackled. Seaman once again is there. Raza is in on the tackle.
What a hell of a game, excuse me for the language. Really looking good.
And it's 4th down and 4, so let's see what happens here on 4th down.
Well, they had 4th down and similar yardage near the end of the second quarter, if I recall, and they decided to go for it and were not successful.
So a big play right here with 9 minutes remaining in the third quarter, 10-0 Lancers. Salem is trying to get something going offensively. The Lancer defense has been stout all day long, so let's see what they call here. They're going to send out Ludwig to the left-hand side. Brady is in the backfield. There goes Fernandez in motion. They're going to try that pitch and try to get him outside. And he's tripped up in the backfield. Riley Bowles.
Bowles, a great tackle.
Riley Bowles makes the play. And it's going to be turned over on downs.
Big tackle.
Bowlesy with a big play there.
You notice, Coach, that they're trying to go wide on both sides an awful lot in their running plays. They're not hitting the line. They must feel. Wait a minute, there's a stranger running in there. Number 10's in there. I'll let my partner tell you about him.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Lancers, and they have Heenan in at quarterback now.
Right.
So 8:50 to go.
See if they call timeout.
Heenan takes a snap. It's Raza. Heenan's going to keep it, tries to get some room, nothing there, and he goes forward maybe a yard on the play, if that.
I'm going to give him 2, even though it's only a yard.
It's on the score sheet.
We'll give him a yard.
We'll give him 1 yard.
Tackled on the play by number 42, Damian Gigante.
So now Raza split to the left and Azadorian split to the right. Heenan's in the backfield along with Austin. Play being sent in. 8:18 remaining. Heenan takes a snap. He's going to throw. No, he's going to run. It's a quarterback draw. He's got it past the 50 to the 45-yard line, and that's enough for a first down.
Who is that guy?
Number 10, Drew Heenan.
Let's watch that one again.
8, Cody Clements.
Beautiful job.
It's good for a Lancer. First down.
First down.
So a first down now
Clements on attack.
for the Lancers.
Cody Clements.
8 minutes and clock running here in the third quarter. 1st and 10 Lancers. Ball on the 45-yard line of Salem. Heenan takes a snap. He's going to hand off this time to Austin, and Austin swallowed up, gets back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there.
On the run was number 12, Hayden Austin.
So now second down.
Tackled on the play.
And let's call it 9.
Andrew Sullivan. Gain of 1 on the play, second down and 9.
Raza split to the left. Azadorian split to the right. Heenan takes a snap, rolls out to the right-hand side, trying to get a block, turns the corner, cuts it upfield, gains a couple of yards. It'll bring third down, and let's call it 7 at this point.
Down to 7. 7 minutes, third quarter.
52, Noah Poulin.
So 7 minutes now remaining in the third quarter, and it's been a defensive battle today. Both teams just back and forth defensively. Lancers have had their chances. Now we've got Colby Ramshaw split far out to the left-hand side. They better hurry up here and get this play off because clock is ticking. So Ramshaw, Raza split to the left-hand side. Heenan takes a snap. He's going to throw. He's back to throw. Fires one. He's got Raza. It's a kind of a floating pass. Let's call that a duck is what that was. He had Raza open.
The play intended for number 24, Eric Raza.
Had him open for just for a few seconds there.
4th down and 7.
It's going to be those nerves right there. That is a flutter ball right there. That's a knuckleball.
What can you tell me about your son as far as his ability to throw a ball and everything? What would you say?
He's a catcher in baseball,
Yeah,
so he
yeah.
played with the baseball team when they finally got their season going in the summer, so he's got a good arm. It's only his second year playing quarterback.
Right.
He was a running back all through youth football, and last year they said, hey, kid, why don't we try you at quarterback? So that's when he first started. Had a good season as a freshman, but, you know, we're on the big stage now.
That's
This is
right.
big boys.
That's right.
So 4th down.
This is great experience for him. Great experience.
It's great. Fawcett into kick once again. Bowles heading downfield as the
Nice
gunner.
kick.
Booming
Beautiful,
kick. Fernandez
beautiful
calls for the
kick.
fair catch, but it's going to bounce. Can they get it before it goes in the end zone? They cannot. It'll be a
And
touchback.
it rolls into the end
Booming
zone.
kick.
It'll be
Salem will get it at the
1st down and 10
20-yard
for
line.
Salem at their
Fawcett
own
with a great
20.
kick, 47-yarder. I mean, that's a kick right there.
I'm looking. McEachran is standing there. Doesn't show any ill effects as he stands there as far as anything around his neck. There's no heating pad or whatever, you know, so that's good.
I think it's all precautionary at this point.
Yeah, I think
mean,
so
he's
too.
going to be the man going forward as we
Absolutely.
move through the
Without-
season.
Without a question.
Here's Fernandez once again trying to get
Nice
outside.
tackle on the outside.
Again, not a lot of room there. Looks like Ian Ward in on that tackle.
It might have been Michael
On the run
Williams.
was number 23.
Because he
Dante
plays for Salem,
Fernandez.
though. Michael Williams is.
Making the tackle for Londonderry was number 53, Ian Ward. Loss of
Good job by
one
him,
play,
trying to
second
pick his
down.
way
that
through the
was a nice
blockers.
tackle. Nice, solid tackle. Run around the knees a little bit low.
Got him for a loss. So now it's going to be 2nd down and 11.
You know, Salem's had its opportunities. The defense of Londonderry's been, which they were going to be known for this year anyhow. The pre-season pick was that Londonderry would have a solid defense and questionable offense.
Bates now trying to get around that corner. Might have picked up a few. Fielder was trying to chase him down. Reyes was trying to get over there as well.
It's going to be 3rd down either way.
3rd down and 8.
First out of bounds by number 73,
So it's
E.J.
Fielder,
Donovan.
so you can see him, and then, it looked like a block in the back on Reyes.
Really?
So
I didn't
just
see
they pushed him right from behind.
Ref was there, so they would have seen it supposedly.
Gain of 5 on the play. 3rd down and 6 for the Blue Devils.
We can stop him here, Eric. We get great field position.
So another big play for the defense. Allard's going out to the right-hand side. It's been a busy day for Seaman out on that corner. And here comes Reyes on the blitz, coming from behind, and he does not get him, but the pass is incomplete off the fingertips of McDonald. It's 4th
Donald
down.
had first down, no problem at all with that. He had a few steps to go to be able to bring in the first down. He had some
4th
running room.
down and 6.
Fortunately, he wasn't able to hold on to it.
So it looks like they're going to kick it here on 4th down, and back and forth we go with not a lot of offense here in the second half.
Which obviously doesn't hurt the Lancers since we're up 10-0. You'd rather see it, but
So Raza's back deep to receive. 5:33,
High
clock
snap.
ticking, high snap,
Almost
kick is
blocked.
off. It's a wobbler, but it bounces at the 45. Takes 2 hops. Raza picks it up. He's got some room to the outside. Raza trying to turn that corner. He gets hit and brought down at the 49-yard line. Nice play there
21
by
on
number
tackle.
62, Anthony
Returned by
French.
number 24,
I got
Eric
Thomas
Raza, taken out of
Ehlers,
bounds
too.
By number 21, Thomas Ehlers.
Ehlers and French. Sounds like a law firm right there. So now it's back to
It'll be 1st down
offense.
and 10, Londonderry. They'll start off
And it looks like O'Loughlin going back in. They might just be alternating,
he's
see if they can get
alternating.
something going.
No question. He's getting experience for both of them.
Hayden Washington, the junior quarterback over there as well, so it looks like he might get some reps.
Yeah.
And they're just trying to see what they got here on offense as, once again, just joining us, Dylan McEachran some sort of injury in the first half. He's still in uniform, doesn't look to be too serious, but better safe than sorry. So here's a handoff by O'Loughlin up the middle.
Nice little run, good pickup.
And that's positive yardage with Austin moving up 5 yards, second down and 5.
52, Noah Poulin. Gain of 5 on the play, second down and 5.
One thing is that I know now that my son's involved in it is that Jimmy works with those quarterbacks constantly. He was a quarterback himself, obviously in high school and college, and I think he has confidence in any one of them when they go into the game that they know the playbook, they can run the plays, and it's a good room. As he said last week, it was a good room for the quarterbacks. And it's a high throw intended for Ramshaw, incomplete.
Incomplete on the play, intended for number 18.
Well, that's really helpful too. His experience, what he learned, how he learned it, and probably gives them the shortcuts in a way they can learn certain things, and they pay attention. It allows him to have confidence in whoever he puts in there.
And they all get along really well. I mean, only one guy can play, but they all get along really well at practice and things like that, and they watch film together. So, I mean, it's a great group of kids. And O'Loughlin under center now. He's going to keep this one, trying to get around the outside. Gets a block from Raza, and he's going to be close to a first down. Depends on where they mark it. And it looks like they gave him enough for a first down.
Nice job getting that first down.
Nice block on the outside by Raza.
Yeah. Beautiful block. He's had a couple of good blocks on this side.
Dorian and Raza both getting nice blocks there. And 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. 10-0 is your score. Lancers up on top.
And looks like a little drive going on here, which we will see if it continues.
O'Loughlin's going to throw. Pump fake once. Now he fires down the field. Raza's the intended receiver. He jumps up and makes the catch. A great catch by Eric Raza down near the 10-yard line.
Beautiful catch.
So here's O'Loughlin in the pocket. Pump fake one, steps up, fires one down the field. Raza and Dealey down there to compete, and Raza just went up and got it. So now the Lancers back in the red zone, just outside the 10-yard line. And they're going to hand this one off, and Wyman just falls down with it.
Yeah. Talking about Wyman, he had a great game last week.
He's a sophomore, 6'1", 170. Had a great season last year as a freshman.
He just fell down on his own in that one, Trevor did.
It's like we talked about the program now. You're seeing sophomores come in and make some contributions and just keep it moving. Here's O'Loughlin. Once again, barks out the signals. We've got second down, 12 yards to go.
Looking at the sidelines.
Jimmy's going to change the play. He saw something out there. Dorian split left. Wyman's in the slot. Raza split right. O'Loughlin's going to throw. Rolls out. He's under pressure. He's going to get sacked back at the 19-yard line. So O'Loughlin
tackle for the Blue Devils.
And that could theoretically take them out of field goal range right now. I mean, that's a 37-yarder from where they're at right now. So third down, 13. Important to get positive yardage here.
Yeah, because we know within a certain distance that Fawcett has the ability to hit a field goal and all by what he's already done today and whatever. But like you said, a loss of yards like that can make just enough to make the difference of what they can and can't do.
Running clock, 2:50. 2:50 left here, third quarter. O'Loughlin back to throw again. It's a screen pass. Austin has it, ran into one, got wrapped up by another. Jacob Brady made the tackle. It's going to be fourth and long, and they're sending out Fawcett. They're going to try a long one.
Tackle by number 4.
So the line of scrimmage is a 15, so make it a 32, 33-yarder from where they're going to set it up. Let's call it 33. From the right hash.
He's already got one.
Aiden Washington, he's in there as the holder. Jasper is your snapper. Jasper gets it back. Washington down. Kick is up. It's up. It's going, and it is no good.
Off to the left.
Wide left. So they try a 32-yarder. No good. 2:10 left. It's a 10-0 game. So defensive battle here between the Lancers and the Blue Devils. Pitching a shutout, the Lancers are right now. 2:10 remaining here. Beautiful afternoon at Lancer Park. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better day.
How long do you think Salem will try to keep it on the ground before they get desperate, if at all?
And they need to score at some point. And there goes Fernandez in motion. They try the inside handoff.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing doing there. Ramshaw's in on the tackle. So's Dan Gear. They tried Brady up the middle. Didn't work.
Brought down on the play by number 52, Dan Gear.
So now we're under 2 remaining.
Looks like Ramshaw all the way on the tackle.
2nd down and 10 from the 20.
Clock ticking, 1:44 on Salute to Service Day here at Lancer Park. That's why the Lancers are in their white uniforms. Ordinarily this night when the place is packed, everyone's dressed in white with the white t-shirts. Obviously limited crowd now because of the pandemic going on. Fernandez goes in motion. Now they're going to throw. Bates rolls out. He's under pressure. Tries to get something out of it. Flag is down, and he's brought down for a loss.
I'm trying to figure out what that flag was on. I didn't see a face mask. For some reason, I feel they may call that, but we'll see.
Looked like Durhack was getting held in the background.
Okay.
Let's check it out here.
Yeah, I think you better chance of holding than
The
anything
initial
else.
call is holding against Salem.
So do they take it, give them 2nd down and long, or do they decline it? What do we
See
do?
what we got. 2nd down and let's see.
Holding
We got
against
15.
Salem. Penalty declined.
3rd down, I decline it too, yeah.
They did get him for a loss on that play, so
It's going to bring up 3rd down.
3rd and, let's call it 11
for the Blue Devils.
from the 19-yard line. Lancer defense has looked fantastic today. Let's see if they can keep it going. That's Allard split way out to the left-hand side. Bates is under center. Bates takes a snap. It's going to be an end around to Fernandez. He's looking for some room. Cuts it back up the middle. He's going to be brought
tackle.
down short at the
54 on the
25-yard
tackle.
line.
The run was number 23, Dante Fernandez.
So that's Merrick Mishno
Mishna,
with the tackle.
another senior, 6
Yeah.
footer.
Gain of 6 on the play brings up 4th down
And 4th and 5, and Salem's going to punt. It's a punt-a-palooza here in the 3rd quarter. Both teams kicking back and forth, although the Lancers did have a try for a field goal. And here's the kick.
Number 81,
It's an end-over-end,
Michael
rolling,
Booth
bounces at the 50 to the 40-yard line of the Lancers, and they'll down it about the 37-yard line. And that's where the Lancers will be in business.
1st down and 10.
Fast-moving 3rd quarter, no scoring.
34 seconds remaining here, 3rd quarter, and now it looks like we have Aiden Washington's going to get his first snaps of the day.
All right.
So they're just rotating those quarterbacks in, see if they can get anything going. Aiden Washington, Jr., also a very good center fielder in baseball.
Oh, really?
He can track it down.
What kind of an arm has he got?
He's got a great arm.
Has he? Yeah. Great. Demas will be happy about that.
Absolutely. So Washington now, little bobble on the handoff up to Hayden Austin.
Was number 12, Hayden Austin.
Positive yards. 2nd down, let's call it 7.
Brought down on the play by number 52, Noah Poulin.
So it looks like we're going to get down to the end of the 3rd quarter. I'm sure they're going to be happy to just let that roll, and
No reason to
to
take a
snap one
play,
if you don't
right,
have
at
to.
all, right.
And good news for the chain gang, they only have to walk a few feet. And the ball's out around midfield.
Because we were
so
really concerned about
I
it.
was
Yeah.
concerned. Well, some of those guys.
Yeah, well, you know some of them.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
like friends you got to be concerned about.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the 3rd quarter.
So 10-0 Lancers after 3.
So, really and truly, Coach, it's an uneventful 3rd quarter for all intents and purposes. One attempt at some points that just missed, but overall uneventful. We go into the 4th quarter with the ball and the lead. Can't ask for more than that, the lead and the ball. And very good field position.
I mean, a couple of first downs here just goes a long way. You don't need to score. They need to score.
They have to. They're put on the spot of being forced to score. Right, exactly.
So just a couple of first downs would really be big here for the Lancers. And as we mentioned before, Dylan McEachern, who had a huge game last week with over 200 yards, got dinged up in the first half, and it's been quarterbacked by committee here in the second half with O'Loughlin, Heenan, and now Washington at the QB spot.
I think what you look for, too, in that, besides the fact you hope one of them blossoms with some plays that gives you a good feeling, but also, you know, you want your quarterbacks, all of them, no fumbles, no interceptions. You know, take care of the ball. Take care of the ball. You got the lead. You got the position. It's a great experience for you. We're going to get away with not have to use our first-string quarterback. and at the same time be able to give experience to all the other guys as the season goes on.
So here's Wash, as the kids call him, Aiden Washington, with 2nd down and 7 yards to go. And we start the 4th quarter with a 10-0 lead for your Londonderry Lancers over the Salem Blue Devils. Wyman in motion. They fake it to him. Washington's going to keep it, falls forward, maybe a yard or two. It's going to be 3rd and let's call it 5. So again, like you said, positive yards. Keep it rolling. Keep the clock ticking. 3rd down, 5 yards to go.
Number 5, Aiden Washington on the previous carry.
And Heenan's back in, and Wash trots off.
Drew goes in at quarterback.
One on the play brings up
So like we said, quarterback by committee. I mean,
right.
It's one of those things. They do it with running backs and wide receivers.
Right. He was given the play. He's going to make the call.
Right. And he's going to throw here.
Like
he's got him.
Throw.
He's got
He's
Raza.
got him open.
It's a completion.
First down. Great play by the quarterback and a nice catch by Raza.
That's his first
Very nice.
high school completion.
Very nice.
So a 1st down. Heenan rolls right,
okay,
fires
Dad.
out
You
to
can
Raza.
be happy about that.
I'm-
That's good.
I could not be happier, to tell you the truth. So Azadorian split left, Ramshaw split right, Heenan at quarterback, and he's got Austin behind him. Takes a snap. Looks like he's going to keep this one, looking for some room. Cuts it up inside, puts his shoulder down,
Smart
falls
run.
forward, and we'll give that 6 or 7 yards. We'll take it.
Smart run. Smart run. Good job by the quarterback. Good blocking up front. Cut
Great
back
block.
nicely.
Here we go. Nice block on the outside there. Raza with the kick out. Ian Ward with a nice block. And it's 2nd down and 3. We'll take that all day.
7 on the play, 2nd down, 3.
10:45 left. Heenan, hands off. Austin's got some running room, and he
Saving
spins
tackle
forward.
on
Looks
that
like a
one.
1st down. Close to it.
Number 12, Hayden Austin on the carry.
Damon Gigante made the tackle. He's a junior.
So let's see. They haven't called it a 1st down yet. Yep, they do call it a 1st down.
Yep,
So
they didn't measure that one.
like we said, tick, tick, tick on the clock. 10 minutes, 35 seconds remaining here, 4th quarter. And another 1st down. And Riley Bowles going in now at the 3-back spot.
Of the Salem 40.
Heenan and Bowles played together in youth football for a bunch of years. Here's a snap. Heenan's going to take it. He gets hit at the line and brought down for no gain on that one.
Number 10, Drew Heenan. Tackled
Jacob
by number 4,
Brady
Jacob
on a
Brady.
tackle.
So a Heenan tackled by a Brady. My mom is watching the game. It's her maiden name was Brady. So that's
Wow.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Heenan takes a snap, rolls out right,
Nice
pitch now.
pitch.
Oh, and Bowles
almost
can't handle it, but he
pitched
picks it
it.
back up
Covers it
and still on
nicely.
his feet, and he's hit at the 40-yard line. So
Pitch to number 6,
the pitch
Riley
was
Bowles
there.
on the play.
Through it all. I think maybe they gained a yard at
Stopped by
best.
number 15,
we saw,
Ian
here's the
McDonald.
replay. Yeah, it hit him in the hands. He drops it, picks it up on the bounce.
Loss of 1 on the play.
Well, they gave him a loss of one. I
3rd
thought he
down, 10.
gained one in it.
So now it's 3rd and long. So now Weinman goes out as a Dorian comes in. We've got Raza split to the right. We've got Ramshaw at tight end and Bowles as your 3-back.
So for the tight end.
Tried to get him to jump there. Now they'll reset it. 9 minutes, 10 seconds to go here in the 4th quarter. 10-0 Lancers is your score. 3rd down and long. And here's Heenan. He's going to throw. He fires one down the sidelines, intended for Azadorian, and just over the outstretched hands of Nick Azadorian.
I can't tell what the line is there, Coach, but it might have been out of bounds if he caught it
Heenan's
anyhow.
pass is
Unless we can have a
incomplete on the
replay,
play.
maybe we can.
Intended for number 22, Nick Azadorian.
So he fades
right.
back.
Brings up
Falls
4th
down.
and 10.
I can't. Yeah, I think it would have been out of bounds.
Would have been
Looking
close.
for it would have been close. Yeah.
But it looks like the Lancers are going to punt once again. 8:56 to go here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah,
And
but
like you said, a couple 1st downs is all you're
That's
looking
all
for
you
at this
need.
point.
And the way we're playing on defense, there's no reason not to believe that they continue to hold them. Might as well get them down into their own territory as far as possible.
So Fawcett in the kick again, and they
It's
went
a
after it, but they
beauty.
did not get it. It's a big, long kick. Fernandez has it inside his 10. Makes one man miss. Makes another man miss. Still on his feet. Kicks it to the outside, and he's still running. To the 20, 25, up to the 30, to the 40-yard line. Fawcett himself finally chases him down at about the 37-yard line.
Big run back. Critical run back.
So Fernandez is having himself a ball game. He is shifty, and he can play. And Zach Fawcett chased him down. He's saying, I have to kick it and I have to make the tackle.
What's going on here? I might have to beat the whole team.
It's like you guys can get down there and help out.
All right, here we go. Big drive for Salem right now with 8 minutes and a half left to go. They have to do something with the ball.
McDonald goes in motion. They're sticking with Bates at quarterback. He rolls out to the right-hand side. He's going to keep it, pulls it down. He's brought down after a gain of a few. Durhack is in on that tackle.
On the run was number 1.
So they were switching the quarterbacks between Bates and Mustafa, and it seems like Bates has gotten the nod here in the second half.
At this point, he seems to be sticking with him, yeah.
Gain of 4 on the play, second down and 6.
So he got 4 on that one. That's more than we thought he was going to get. 8:05 remaining in the fourth quarter. 10-0 Lancers. Salem desperately needs to get something going here if they want to be in this ball game. McDonald in motion once again, and it's that counter play to Fernandez, and that is not going to work. Fielder and Ward on the tackle.
Nice tackle. Adam, that's all right.
23, Duncan Fernandez stopped on the play by number 53, Ian Ward.
Yeah. Ward's had a couple.
Loss of 1 on the play, 3rd down and 7.
3rd and 7, 7.5 minutes to go. I got to think they're in 4-down territory now.
I was going to say the same thing.
They can't just give the ball back.
Think it is or not, if they don't make this. Bates looking to the sidelines.
So McDonald in motion once again. Fumble on the snap.
It's down.
Ball is down. Looks like Bates jumped on it. That's a critical 3rd down loss there. Now it's 4th down.
Which means they need about 7 or 8. It's a tough decision. I think he's going to punt. Yeah, he's punting it.
4th down.
So under 7 minutes to go, and they're going to punt it away.
He weighs it, Eric, the fact that if they were stopped and they went 4th down, we'd have great field position. And he didn't want to take that chance. Still ample amount of time left, but you can't continue to do that and expect to win.
So Booten with the punt, and it goes rolling to the 35 and out of bounds about the 34-yard line. That's where the Lancers will take over.
Good
1st and 10. 6:36 to go in the fourth quarter.
It behooves the Lancers to make a little bit of a drive right now, but they don't have to, as you said, necessarily score as long as they control the ball.
So we see all 3 quarterbacks over there, and Heenan's going to trot in, but Washington and O'Loughlin, they're standing with Coach too, and it looks like he's just going to go with the committee for the rest of the game. So a score will go a long way here for the Lancers. Salem looking to tighten things up. Here's Heenan. He's going to keep it up the middle. Bounces off 1, falls forward, and he's brought down about the 38-yard line.
Good 4 yards. They're only going to give him 3.
Couple yards there.
3 on the play, 2nd down and 7.
6:15 and running here in the fourth quarter. 10-0 is your score. Drew Heenan at quarterback. Takes a snap. This time he's going to hand off. It's Austin. Austin's got some room. Austin's got a 1st down up past the 50-yard line, and that's a big first down for the Lancers.
Good drive.
On the run is number 12, Hayden Austin. It's good for a Lancer. First down.
And more importantly, when that referee just cranks his arm, and that means
clock moves.
The clock is ticking. And I'm sure Jimmy's going to milk it all the way down as far as he can.
There'd be no reason not to.
5:43 and counting here in the fourth quarter. So a big first down for the Lancers. 10-0 lead. Raza in motion. Ball's on the ground. Heenan fall on it. And it's wrapped up and brought down at the 40-yard line. So
a smart play by Heenan by not panicking and being able to grab that ball and save it from turning it over, which would have been huge.
Loss of 7 on the play.
Loss of 7.
So obviously now you use the clock a lot right now.
So now O'Loughlin coming in. So Heenan out, O'Loughlin in. Second down, 17. Ball on the 43-yard line. 5:05 in running.
See them probably keeping it on the ground at this point. We're at that point, I think.
O'Loughlin, it's a quarterback draw. He's fighting for yards. Give him about 4 on the play.
Nice
it's going to be third down and 12.
Brady on the tackle.
Number 1, Aiden O'Loughlin.
3rd and 12.
Making the tackle is number 4, Jacob Brady.
Clock continues to move.
Gain of 5 on the play. 3rd down and 12.
4:30 remaining in the ball game. 10-0. Lancers in the lead. First down here would go a long, long way, but you got to think if they don't get those 12 yards, you're going to see Zach Fawcett out there to kick once again.
Absolutely, no question.
Make them use the whole field. So O'Loughlin now with Raza in motion. He's going to hand it to Raza. Raza trying to get that corner. Turns it upfield. Still on his feet. Makes a nice move. He's got a first down and more. To the 30-yard line. To the 27. Big run for Eric Raza.
That may just do it.
That's a huge play by Raza.
4 minutes. You know you can kill a couple of minutes with no problem.
Reyes with a nice block on the
burst of
outside. Nice moves out there. And a big first down. So it's marked right now at the 30-yard line. 25, actually, 26.
26-yard line.
First and 10, 3:53, and the clock is ticking. 10-0. Lancers are in the lead. Ramshaw split far out to the right-hand side. Raza's in the slot. O'Loughlin takes a snap. It's a quick pitch to Austin. Austin scooting up the field, and he's inside the 20 to the 15, and that could be close to another first down, and we're getting into the point where Salem's going to have to cause a turnover or something, or this one could be over.
Right, this is 4-down territory. No attempt at a field goal or anything, because that won't make a difference in the game at all. You want to kill as much of the clock as you can and control the ball. So right now it's just running these plays and running the clock and forcing Salem to take one of his 3 timeouts if this play, all his three timeouts if he has to, whatever.
I mean, you would think he'd had to at some point.
I would think at this point after this play, I'm just guessing that he would call a timeout.
So now Heenan back in there. It's Ramshaw split to the right-hand side. Austin in the backfield. Raza goes in motion. Heenan's going to keep it. He's up the middle. He jumps forward, and he's brought down after a nice gain of about 4 or 5 yards.
Bates on a tackle again.
Tackled by number 4, Jacob Brady.
Brady. Why do I get Bates? Brady. He's not stopping the clock. I don't know.
4 on the play, second down.
He got 3 of them.
6.
He can afford to stop the clock.
Tick, tick, tick goes the clock with 2:30 left. 10-0. Lancers in the lead.
Just letting it
Fourth
run.
quarter.
That's 6 yards, second on the 11-yard line.
Lancers would love to get back on the board here. That would pretty much put it out of reach. Heenan now is going to keep it once again. Tries to slip through. He cannot. And he's brought down by Booten. And now they call a timeout.
There's a timeout with only 2 minutes, roughly 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 9 seconds.
So now it's an interesting call here. What do? It's third down and 6 yards to go. You don't want to take chances.
No.
I would run it again.
I'd run both the 3rd and 4th down if it comes to that. Why not? We don't need the points right now. You don't need the points.
I mean, do you kick it? Do you not kick it? It's one of those things. That's why I'm not the coach.
Yeah.
I don't have to make those decisions. I just have to talk about it.
That's true. That's very true.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this year the Gridiron Club will be collecting donations virtually for the American Legion Post 27.
So it's 2:09 left, and you hear Kevin Smith making the Gridiron Club page.
Or visit LondonderryLancerFootball.com to make a donation today.
It is the Military Appreciation Day. We're trying to raise funds for the Legion Post here in town, so go to the Facebook page of the Londonderry Lancer Gridiron Club or LondonderryLancerFootball.com. And you can make your donation virtually. Every little bit helps. 3rd and 6. 2:09 left. Heenan is at center. Raza's in the slot. Ramshaw split to the right-hand side. Austin is behind Heenan. Calls out the signals. We've got a man in motion. Heenan takes it. He hands it off. And it's Reyes spinning forward, and he's going to be very close to that first down. Let's see where they mark it. But I think it's close enough. It's fourth down. You got to go for it.
Yeah. You just go for it. You take it. They're calling timeout, I'm sure, to stop the clock at this point, 1:52.
It is fourth down. Or no, wait, they called it a first down. So it is
that's
enough
game.
for a first
Game's
down.
Over then. Not to be too optimistic, but that will do it.
Lancer.
You can only stop it one more time. I thought he
Got
called
two
the
left.
timeout. I thought it was his second timeout. He didn't call timeout then. So
They
it's
stopped the
just
clock on the
because
first
of
down.
the first down, he figures he didn't need to, right?
He didn't call the timeout, so
He
let's
can't
see.
stop
First
it
down.
enough.
Heenan with the keeper. Cuts it inside. He's wrapped up. Hang on tight to that ball.
That's all that counts, holding on that ball.
10, Drew Heenan.
And it's second down. Stay in. That's all you do. Stay in bounds and don't fumble. That's all we're asking.
That's all.
Stay in bounds. Don't fumble.
Timeout.
They did call their second timeout.
We have an
Going
official
by the
timeout
clock.
on the field.
Official timeout. Why would they stop it? Okay,
Nope.
let's get it moving again.
1:30. Tick, tick, tick goes the clock. 10-0
You're
Lancers.
very good at that, the tick, tick, tick part.
Yeah, well, you know.
Good, you know.
It's an
We
acquired.
got a man here with the tick, 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 John. Yeah, this is good.
That's how clocks go. I just make the sounds. The cow goes moo. The
Yeah.
clock goes tick.
Second down
All right, Heenan
goal.
once again under center. He's going to keep it up the middle.
Go in,
Puts
go
his
in,
head
go
down,
in.
and it
Atta
is
boy.
a touchdown.
Oh, nice score.
Touchdown.
Touchdown by number 10, Drew Heenan, his first high school touchdown. With 1:07 left, and the Lancers go up 16-0. Wow.
The Blue Devils 0.
Of all the things I did not expect to happen today,
I know it.
that is one of them.
I know it.
And now they have to bring the kicking ball out. Oh boy.
You have to buy pizza tonight.
I have to
You
buy
have no
whatever
choice.
he wants
Whatever he
tonight.
wants, Chinese, whatever he wants.
So his
Sub
first high school
sandwich,
touchdown.
McDonald's, any of them.
And that one pretty much salts the game
All
away. The
right,
extra point
yeah.
is up, and it
That
is
good.
no
No
good. It's
good.
short, so I mean there is
Fawcett is no good.
at least an outside possibility if they get two and two two-point conversions in the next minute.
Don't they
Then
call that reaching? What you're saying right
That's
now?
a reach.
Yeah, right, it's a reach.
I'm just saying stranger things have happened.
Oh, true, true.
He's still holding on to that ball. I don't think he's ever going to let it go.
Yeah.
Raza trying to get the crowd going. I think someone has to remind Drew that he's on the kickoff team. Unless they put someone else out there.
Yeah, maybe that's part of giving a gift to him, like saying, you know.
Let's count them up. If they're one short, that means he screwed up. He's never going to let go of that ball.
Getting set to kick off is number 11, Zach Fawcett.
He is so fired up right now. It's hilarious.
Well, I see 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11!
Hey, we got enough guys out there. So Fawcett to kick off. 16-0 is your score. It is the Londonderry Lancers ahead of the Salem Blue Devils. And there's the kick. It's a squibber, and it's picked up and run back to about the 43-yard line, and that looked like it was number 10, Mateo Mustafa.
32 on the tackle.
On the kick
That would
return
be
was
Nate
number 10,
Pedrick.
Mateo Mustafa.
Nate Pedrick,
First down and 10 seconds.
another sophomore, making his impact here today. So we've had
Yep.
quite a few sophomores.
Yeah, future's bright. The future's bright.
And as you said, when's the last time the freshman team lost a game?
Yeah.
It's been years.
It's been a long time.
So the defense wants to preserve that shutout.
I think which is really impressive is you got several different quarterbacks in there for the Lancers because their number one was out and they held the lead and they kept the lead and actually added to it when it was all said and done.
Bates is going to throw it to screen pass to Booten. Booten going
Got a
down the
lot of
right
running
sideline, and he is wrapped up and brought down. And he stayed in bounds. I mean, they're going to stop it to move the chains.
Should've done
But then
that
it starts
down there.
again, and they're down to 2 timeouts, I guess.
I don't know.
They never did call that second
They
timeout.
never did, huh? Wow.
Ball is on the Lancer 45.
Now he kills the clock when he's slamming it down.
They stopped the clock, so now it's 2nd down and 10.
Caleb Bates grounds the ball. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
I don't know, Jerry, if this adrenaline's going to go away.
You're going to have one hell of an exciting young man today.
He is going to be fired
up.
up.
His father's a little excited, too.
Yeah, I mean, the adrenaline is pumping.
Yeah.
And Mom right here in front,
Yeah.
so she's
Who's
happy
Mom?
too.
This Mom?
Right here.
Right there. Hi, Mom.
So now we're less than a minute to go, and here's the snap. Bates is going to throw. He looks back to Fernandez. Throws it out in front of him. O'Loughlin thought he put the head down, and at least he didn't follow through. You don't want to get that penalty at this stage of the game, so good job holding up by Aiden O'Loughlin, who's been a standout on defense this year.
He has been. Good all around against a very good, hard work, and as always, a hard-hitting Salem team. We didn't know what to expect. I mean, they scored 42 points last week. Even though it was against Alvin, you don't know. You don't know how sincere that is or whatever.
It's got a little wave from the young man. Jack Milo split out to the wide to the right, and we've got Allard splitting wide to the left, and it's desperation time now for Salem. 3rd down, 10 yards to go. McDonald goes in motion. Bates is going to throw. Here comes Weinman. Weinman's got him in the backfield. He gets away. Weinman still with him. Jumps on his back, brings him down.
They never let go, so to speak. They ball throughout.
So Trevor Weinman.
They got one more. How did they?
And we've got a timeout.
Yeah.
4th down. It's a last-ditch effort for Salem now.
Salem, that is their 2nd charge timeout. They'll have 1 remaining.
So Trevor Weinman with a big play there.
Folks, once again, the Lancers' next game will be next Friday.
Friday, yeah. It's a good reminder, folks. Next Friday, 7 o'clock, right here at Lancer Park. We'll be taking on Bedford Bulldogs. Should be another good, exciting game, another real good team. Traditionally, in recent years, has been one of the better teams in D1, and there's no reason not to expect that this year.
No, they have a tremendous quarterback. He's a junior, and they're saying he's got a big arm, and he started last year as a sophomore. So
there you go. There's an example that you were talking about.
Right.
A sophomore started last year. Is a starter and a junior, probably, as long as he doesn't get injured, probably the senior year too.
So, yeah, Bedford, always a strong squad. They'll be coming in here, and it doesn't get easier. I mean, Bedford and Wyndham on the schedule, and then Nashua North, who's one of the top-ranked teams.
On that one.
Yeah, and Stellos. So 4th and 10 now, and Bates is in the shotgun. There goes McDonald in motion once again. Bates drops back. Wyman's after him again. He fires down the field, and it is intercepted. Intercepted by Lucas Seaman.
On the interception.
And he deserves that. What a game he's had today. So Lucas Seaman just got knocked by.
He got hit hard by coming by.
Oh, that was funny. So Lucas is coming off the field, and he got laid out by Hayden Fielder, who, again, is 6'4" and about 260 pounds.
Right.
So Lucas Seaman with a big interception, and he's had a great game. He's got the turnover crowbar.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, you may want to explain that before we get off the air.
The turnover crowbar, yeah, when they pry the ball away from the other team, whoever recovers the fumble or causes the turnover, gets the interception, they get the turnover crowbar, and that's it. We're going to take a knee. Aiden O'Loughlin takes the knee, and a big win.
Another great game by the Lancers. Thank you, Eric. Enjoyed it as always. I'll see you Friday night.
Jerry, it was great to call the game.
And have a ball tonight.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulate your son for me, please.
I definitely will. We'll see you here next Friday night.
Okay. Okay, folks, that's it. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you. We'll see you and broadcast to you next Friday night at 7.